You know, I was just thinking about you, remembering our little encounter in the night.
Personally, I'm trying to forget.
You can rest easy. I don't intend a repeat performance, although I do wonder how the others might taste. Not that anyone's volunteered. It's just an idle fancy.
A dangerous fancy. They're all off the menu.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. But you don't need to worry. I'm just thinking out loud. Take Gale, for example. He strikes me as someone whose blood is rich, refined, like well-aged brandy. But Shadowheart, I have no idea. How do you think our little enigma would taste?
Something that could lay you out. Kalashite absinthe, maybe.
Oh. Well, that sounds very appealing. I'm almost convinced.
Could I convince you to kill someone less useful?
No one's getting killed, I swear. We're just two friends talking. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be?
Are you really asking which of our companions I'd eat?
Oh, no. No. Don't be disgusting. I just mean a sip of their blood. No mastication required.
Well, if I had to... Yeah, Shadowheart.
A fine choice. She is enticing. Although, the more I think on it, the hungrier I get. I better go find something I can actually get my teeth into.
Anything that keeps you away from our necks.
Don't tempt me, darling.
It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together. Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course.
Your ears must have been burning. Lead the way.
You made it. Come here. Sit with me.
Did you think I wouldn't show?
Lots of people make promises. Few keep them. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
To us.
Bold. What does us entail? I suppose I'll find out. To us. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you.
No, there are other things we could do besides talk.
Oh, I'm aware. Several come to mind right now. But I'm going to tempt fate and say we can take our time.
All right, something about me. Honestly, I'm still surprised that you care.
Fishing for blackmail material, that's all. Go on. I insist.
Well, if that's the case, then you first.
Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now.
Wrong. You like night orchids and can't swim. You told me once.
I did. And you remembered. You're sweet. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon.
The others can wait. I don't want this to end just yet.
Another moment won't kill them, I suppose. Well, it might, but let's take that risk. Thank you for last night.
I hope there'll be more to come.
Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
You know, if you want something, I think you should take it.
That didn't hurt, did it?
Hurt? No. Far from it.
Good to know. For the future. Let's head back, if we must. All's well, I hope.
Of course. Unless something's the matter.
No. I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked and kissed.
You first.
I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. And that was before the kiss.
That night meant a lot to me too. And I hope there's more to come.
I hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well.
Good. You know, you and I, we share something special, I think. But there is something we should probably talk about.
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
Well, it's just that your goddess surely can't approve of what you and I share.
Who is to say? Perhaps she's keen to see me corrupt you. I can imagine she'd be delighted to turn a follower of Selûne towards the darkness.
Oh, is that it? Oh, I'll keep that in mind. This woman.
Looking at something?
Just looking. What are you doing?
I'm looking too, but not seeing very much. Another quirk of my affliction.
Do you miss it? Seeing your own face?
preening in the looking glass? Petty vanity? Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red.
Well, you have nothing to worry about. It's a very good face.
Is it? What do you see when you look at me?
Well, you do have some rather nice creases when you laugh.
Excuse me, I'm an eternally young vampire, not your doting grandmother. You can do better. What else?
Oh, so sorry. I meant that dangerous smile. Better?
Very good. Now just tell me I'm beautiful and we can call it a day.
You're fine. Now, Shadowheart. There's a beauty.
How dare you? I thought we had something special. Still, you're nice too. I better get some beauty sleep. It seems I need it if I'm to catch up with the competition.
Oh, and I don't want to disturb her while she's praying.
People will start talking with all the time we spend together.
Looks like someone's not very focused.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach. Did you want something?
Well, Astarion and I were talking, and your name came up.
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
That was just an excuse to see how you're faring.
It's strange. I've been dwelling on what I told you before about wanting to become a Dark Justiciar. But perhaps I should be content with my lot. I'm already blessed to have you at my side, after all.
You can't say something like that and expect me not to ask for a hug.
Always. You could charge gold for hugs, you know. They'd be queuing over the horizon.
Now, if only you'd let me take care of your hand.
Come over here, boy.
The dog holds a well-chewed ball in his mouth.
Hand it over.
All right. It's only fair that you enjoy it too. But if you feel like throwing it, I wouldn't mind that at all.
How thoughtful. Let's see what we can do. Looks like someone's about ready to start adventuring with us.
A question for our master monster hunter. How would you approach killing a vampire?
A full-on vamp, you mean? Lure it into the sun, drive a stake through its heart. And that's not the end of it. The suckers are wily. And no offense.
None taken. Wiliness keeps me alive. All right.
Haven't seen that game in years.
Do vampires actually drink blood out of goblets like in the storybooks? Doesn't seem very fresh.
Straight from the neck is preferred, but goblets are used in mortal company. They save on awkwardness. We could share a drink some night, if you're curious. A nice red wine in your goblet, of course.
Very kind of you. But I'm saving my best bottle for someone already.
Smoke. Something's burning. I hear shouting. Someone needs help. Drowcraft armor. No magic left, though. Sun's too bright.
Keep pushing! Duke Ravengard could be inside. On count to 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard? He's here.
Yes! Now make yourself useful! Push, damn it! Push!
You heard her, Wyll. Get in there.
Inside! Hurry! We don't have much time! We hear you! Stay where you are! We don't have much time! Find out!
The heat coming off that door. Opening it could spell trouble.
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Councillor Floric, are you all right?
Well, by the living gods! I couldn't have asked for a finer savior. Scorched throat. A few hairs singed off. Nothing a bit of time and fresh air can't cure. Gauntlet, a new duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Report to the Manic and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke. On your command, Councillor.
No, it can't be. You mean they've taken my...
Yes, Wyll. The Drow have your father.
Ravengard? I know that name.
As well you should. He is the great champion of the Council. Commander of the Flaming Fist, the binding force holding Baldur's Gate together. Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him. Wyll, you must hold little love for your father. But please, find him and return him to the city.
Trust us to see it through, Councillor.
Thank you. When the Grand Duke returns to the city, he'll hail his only son, a hero. Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Remember, Wyll, courage is found in the battle against fear, not in the defeat of it.
So father said. I won't soon forget.
Fist to work.
Shit. You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son.
Not just a Grand Duke. Ravengard has more power and influence than anyone.
It's curious. I'd heard Duke Ravengard's son left the city.
You heard right. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. Such a rift isn't so easily mended. But it's not so wide that I'd let my own father suffer at his captor's hands.
He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear.
Well, it looks like you've got the prayer under control, but, my condolences to you.
He should never have been here in the first place. I'm the one that talked him into joining the Fist.
Shadowheart, the way you paint around your eyes, they look permanently cloaked in shadow.
It brings me closer to Lady Shah. One day, all of our eyes will feast on her endless darkness. Besides, I think it suits my bone structure.
And yet your bed pillow bears barely a smudge. You are a woman of many talents.
Hold on. Why are you looking at her pillow?
Well met.
So, what's it like, being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
Good wine? Well, I'll toast to that.
Hear, hear. Though, truth be told, I'd sooner down a week-old hooch at a ramshackle inn. Better company, and a better buzz.
Astarion, which of us would you rather feed on if he had free reign?
Wyll, no question. He's strong, fast, and righteous. I'm salivating already.
Interesting.
You sound disappointed. I'll bite you if you ask.
I'm sure you would. Don't sound so eager.
I swear, the men in this party.
So, A vampire spawn and a monster hunter in the same group. We're not going to have trouble, are we?
Excuse me. Since this tadpole, I'm barely a monster at all. I just want to survive, same as you.
I don't see a problem. As long as Mr. Fang there keeps his appetite in check. One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
You're the devil we've been hunting. Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood Horn. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
You know, I could have used a friend. Pity that won't be you.
What's the plan?
Battle favors the fearless.
Damn it.
The devil is fallen. Hells, I should be celebrating, making toasts, roaring in victory. But I can't get the tadpole's visions out of my mind. Tell me we were right to strike Karlach down.
I have my own doubts, honestly. We were too quick on the attack.
Not exactly the words of solace I'd hoped for. Damn it all! I vowed to hunt vicious monsters, not join their ranks. No! Karlach blazed with the fire of Avernus. I saw it. I smelled it. Infernal essence tip to toe. I've slayed myriad devils, each one a threat to Faerun. I've torn the horns from their heads without a second thought. Why should this time be any different? My prey has fallen. Hail the blade.
Hail the blade.
Hail again, and may our strikes always find their marks. Hellsfire. She's coming.
Well, buddy, I thought it was time I dropped by the doghouse.
Mizora.
The one and only. You haven't introduced me to your friends. Where are your manners?
God's damned devil. Get out of my camp.
Now? Oh, but I'm just getting comfy. Call me Mizora. I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. Your warlock friend is my puppy. And he's been a very good boy. I say fetch, and he'll fetch. I say kill a fugitive tiefling, and... well, I don't need to tell you.
You said devils only. She was a tiefling, not a monster.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Cheer up, Buttercup. Karlach had no heart. You did the world a favor. More to the point, you obeyed. Always a pleasure. Shame that tadpole's gone and pissed on your party. But I'll be damned if it goes pissing on mine. I've got some errands to do. But don't you fret much, pup. I'll be back in 3 shakes of your tail. Keep an eye on him, will you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Damn it all. What have I done? I'd be hunting devils and demons, Mizora said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not this. Not Zariel's victims, not innocent tieflings. Karlach showed us the truth, and I refused to see it.
You warned me about Raphael, but impacted to Mizora? I tried to be understanding, but you're a fraud.
I deserve that. Consider me properly shamed. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. Or so I thought. Until Karlach.
So let me guess. This pact is what caused the rift between you and your father.
It's not unrelated. I wish I could tell you more. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
What have you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
A bone for me? You shouldn't have. Definitely coming to adventure with us soon.